and it's just basketball. At the end of the day, it's just basketball.
You know, there's no turn it on here, turn it off here. It's just 110% at all times. So, you know, if I burn out, I burn out.
Pierce had it poked away, stolen by Jordan. Lojas down on the floor. It's loose to Humphries. 4 to shoot. Humphries 3.
I like the idea. Jordan coming up with the steal.
Look at him. The 40-year-old dives to the hardwood.
To have a long career, that's the goal. To be in the league for 20 years. That's the goal.
You know, it's all about winning championships. And
Kevin Durant dropped a comment on LeBron's podcast that left fans stunned. No one expected it, not even LeBron, who burst into laughter like it was the funniest thing he'd ever heard. They thought they could take subtle shots at Michael Jordan's legacy and slip away unnoticed, but the move immediately backfired. The reaction was explosive. Former players spoke out, fans were
$10, 12 years in, I got 4 MVPs and 4 championships. Like, but do I still want to do this shit? You know what I'm saying?
You know how hard it is.
Some people say, I want to go play baseball.
Right?
Yeah. And then I want to come back. Well, some people say, I'm going to go 22 straight.
coward.
We come to practice, he's on one leg. Like he was hurt the second year, he was on one leg the whole year and played 82 games. Like, and so he practiced every day and he played every game on one leg. And so he's like, man, MJ, why don't you just sit up? How can I be the leader of the team and sit out and y'all going through all the credit? I got to be there.
I twisted my ankle and I had a teammate, David Greenwood. He says, you know, you twist your ankle, young fella, come over and sit with me. You know, this is, you need to. I said, no, man, I'm trying to make a name for myself. There's no way I can sit. You know, I need to get out there and show what I'm capable of. I want to play. I want to win. I want to make an impact.
It all unfolded on Mind the Game, LeBron's podcast co-hosted with JJ Redick. The show was supposed to be about deep, intelligent basketball insights, but what fans got instead felt more like a barbershop gossip session. LeBron, Kevin Durant, and Steve Nash sat together tossing subtle jabs at the man who built the blueprint for greatness, Michael Jordan. Durant began by talking about long-term commitment and how players sometimes question whether they still have the fire after many years in the league. It seemed harmless until he added the line that made everyone freeze. Some people say, I want to go play baseball, and then I want to come back. Or some people say, I'm going to go 22 straight. The room went silent for a moment before LeBron burst into loud laughter, clearly understanding the shot Durant had just taken. KD was mocking Jordan for stepping away to play baseball and praising LeBron for lasting 22 straight seasons. Nash nodded along while LeBron kept laughing, and in that moment they weren't analyzing basketball, they were trying to rewrite the definition of greatness, claiming that longevity outweighs dominance. But the internet immediately pushed back because they left out the one piece of context that changes everything. Jordan didn't step away in 1993 out of boredom or lack of motivation. He walked away after losing the most important person in his life, his father, James Jordan, who was killed.
Utilized in today's game.
To try to run the triangle offense right now, it'd be very challenging just because how the game is played and also how defense is covering.
10 to shoot. Jake going right to the rack. No defensive communication.
Why is ring culture so much more prevalent in the NBA than in other sports?
It's funny, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it's discussed so much in our sport and why it's the A-all, B-all of everything.
What you've just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Garth Gilmore told me one time, he played for Chicago, he said, if you expect to play a long time in this league, you better quit mopping up the floor. And I thought, well, he's crazy because that's what basketball is all about.
Bird takes it away from Wilkins, goes to the floor and gets it. Gets it up ahead.
Calling Jordan's retirement quitting isn't just wrong, it's flat out disrespectful. And the irony gets even wilder when you consider who made the comments. Kevin Durant, the same player many fans still label as one of the biggest quitters in NBA history, was the one taking shots. In 2016, after blowing a 3-1 lead to the Warriors, he didn't come back stronger, he joined them. The same 73-win super team that beat him. Already loaded with Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. That move is still viewed as one of the weakest decisions a superstar has ever made. Players mocked him. Fans roasted him. Yet he did it anyway, choosing the easiest route to a championship. And it didn't stop there. He bailed on Brooklyn, demanded a trade the moment things got difficult, moved to Phoenix, and tried to leave again before the dust even settled. Whenever the pressure rises, KD looks for an exit. LeBron has his own history of running when the walls close in. When Cleveland hit a rough stretch, he jumped to Miami. When Miami's dominance faded, he ran back to Cleveland. When that situation fell apart, he bolted to Los Angeles. Every time a team started slipping, he was gone. So for these two players, of all people, to sit on a podcast and snicker about Jordan stepping away after dominating the league and losing his father is unbelievable. It wasn't just tone deaf, it was hypocritical. They weren't redefining greatness on that podcast. They were showing how fame sometimes blinds people to their own contradictions. And the shade didn't stop at the baseball joke. Durant doubled down, claiming that the real goal for NBA players shouldn't be rings or MVPs, but simply playing 20 years, sticking around as long as possible. LeBron not
That hurt you physically? No, because when I play hard all the time. You know, there's no turn it on here, turn it off here. It's just 110% at all times.
It might not be in the team's best interest, in your best interest, to play all 82. Is that something you've thought about at all since you made the goal?
That's a goal, but we'll see.
The next day,
I'm available to go and be in the pro. If OBJ shows up, he might score.
Michael Jordan didn't just talk about greatness, he embodied it from the moment he entered the NBA in 1984. As a rookie, he played all 82 games, something that 40 players did that season because showing up was the standard. There was no load management, no picking and choosing when to play. Jordan averaged 38.3 minutes per game, fourth in the league, and ranked third in total minutes behind Buck Williams and Larry Bird. He wasn't an Iron Man because of advanced recovery methods. He simply loved the game too much to sit out. And remember, this was during one of the toughest eras in NBA history. More physical, more demanding, fewer resources, brutal travel schedules, commercial flights, one trainer, one strength coach, and constant back-to-backs. Yet the stars still played every night. The difference between then and now is staggering. In the 1999-2000 season, 58 players played all 82 games, more than half the league. Fast forward to the 2020s, and it's the complete opposite. Each year, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, keep setting new records for the fewest players to play a full season, all while players have access to private jets, massive recovery teams, personal chefs, therapists, cryotherapy, sleep optimization, and customized training programs. Physically, this is the easiest era in NBA history, yet players are sitting out more than ever. Why? Because the mindset changed, the culture shifted. When LeBron James began normalizing load management, everything flipped. Skipping games stopped being viewed as soft and became a strategy. If the league's biggest star could sit out whenever he felt tired, why wouldn't everyone else? That mentality trickled down from superstars to bench players. Even guys fighting for contracts started resting. Suddenly, the regular season became nothing more than a warm-up for the playoffs, and fans paying hundreds for tickets were stuck watching backups because someone wanted extra recovery. This is exactly where Jordan separates himself. He didn't need sports scientists telling him when to rest. His standard was simple. If there's a game, you play. That hunger, that obsession, that respect for the game is why his name remains at the top no matter how long LeBron or Durant stay in the league. Jordan understood something they forgot. The NBA is a privilege, not a chore. He refused to miss a game unless he physically could not move. He once explained that somewhere in the arena, in the top row, sits a fan who worked
way up on top, who probably worked his ass off to get a ticket or to get money to buy the ticket.
You really cared about the guy who sat in the top deck at the Palace in Auburn Hills to watch you when you came to Detroit?
Yeah, because I know he's probably yelling at me and I want to shut him up. So if the guys are coming to watch me play, I don't want to miss that opportunity. Now, physically, if I can't do it, then I can't do it. But physically, if I can do it and I just don't feel like doing it, that's a whole different lens.
What do you think of when you hear the term load management thrown around?
It shouldn't be needed, first and foremost. You know, I never wanted to miss a game because it was an opportunity to prove. It was something that I felt like, you know, the fans are there to watch me play. I want to impress that guy.
Jordan and Bird never cared about playing forever. They cared about winning now. They lived for the moment, not the milestone. They were warriors. not accountants tracking minutes and mileage. They understood something today's players don't. Greatness isn't measured by how long you play, but by how deeply you dominate while you're on the court. It's about quality, not quantity. That's why nobody talks about how short Bird's career was. Nobody says Jordan didn't play long enough, but people do talk about how LeBron and Durant have played more years and somehow accomplished less. That's the real conversation. So when that Mind the Game episode dropped, the backlash was instant. Fans didn't buy it, former players didn't buy it, and Jordan's old teammates certainly weren't staying quiet. Stacey King, who won 3 championships alongside MJ, openly mocked the podcast, calling it "Cry Me a River." Pure sarcasm aimed at LeBron and Durant for constantly chasing validation. King didn't hesitate, he went off.